Hey everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to make an RPG game. An RPG game is a role-play game that has many tiles, assets, and even looks like these bushes and plants. Sometimes you can even have other mobs. This is an example of an RPG game. So here in Scratch, I have this player sprite which have many castings. These are some of the casting, which is the down 1, down 2, down 3, left 1, left 2, left 3, all the way to the up 1, up 2, and up 3. Okay, so firstly, what I wanted to do is whenever I click the up, down, left, right key or the WASD key, I want the player to be having the animation of it moving. So when it's the green flag click, we want this to never stop. So we add a forever loop. Next, we check if, let's say, the up arrow key press. So we check if the up arrow key press. And if the up arrow key press, we want it to switch the casting to an animation. So the animation will be the up 1, up 2, and up 3. So we add a join where the 1, 2, and 3 will continuously be changing. So we make a new variable and name it movement. Make sure it's for the sprite only. And we want it to switch casting to up/movement. Now the movement will be either 1 or 3. So if the movement equals to 1, we want it to set the movement to 3. Else we set it to 1. Now if you do this, it will continuously. So we'll add a wait 0.1 seconds. Make sure to add the wait 0.1 seconds to both of them. Okay, now you can see, whenever I click the up arrow key, you can see the person slowly walking up. Now, as you can see, whenever I let go of the up key, I don't want the casting to be this. I want the casting to be this. The legs to stop. So if up arrow isn't being clicked, I want it to switch the casting to up 2. Now, let's say if we click up arrow key press, you can see it moving. We let it go, it'll switch the casting back to up 2. Now, once this is done, I want to duplicate this. And I'll use the up arrow to now down arrow. We switch the casting to down/movement and switch casting to down. Now we can also, the way is, so if you see, if we click the green flag, we put up arrow, once it's done, it always switch casting to down 2. So we don't want that to happen. So for now, we're gonna delete the down. Okay. So now we have the animation of it going up and moving down. So once you have those two, we want the left and the right. So we duplicate this. And now we switch it to the left. And then join left/movement. And then the next one we switch it to the right. Okay. Now you see that if I click on the green flag, you can see it going up, down, left, or right. Okay. Now we want it, once it's done, we want the casting animation to have either the down 2, left 2, up 2, or right 2. To do that, we were going to do this. So, if, here we check, if not, so if not the up arrow, down arrow, left arrow, or the right arrow key is not pressed. So not up or down or left or right. Best is to put N. So once you got this, we want to check. So we put if, then we put the costume name. So we put the costume name if, and we add a contains block. So let's see. If the costume name contains up, so we know that the costume right now is either up 1 or up 2 or up 3. So if the costume name contains up, we want it to switch the costume to costume up number 2. So if it does not contain up, it should be down, left, or right. So if it's down, we switch the costume to down 2, and then next for the left and right. Okay, so now when I click on the green flag, you can see that. Give me a moment. Oh yes. So if I click on the green flag, you can see I'm holding right. When I release, the costume will go to the usual position. Then if I go up, it will go to the up position, and down, it will remain the down, and left. Would you look at that? So now we can tell that now we know it works perfectly. Okay, so the next thing we want to do, let's say we press the up and left key. Can you see that the player starts to switch left and right? Yes. So to stop this from happening, we want it to check if the costume, the key press. So we put if, add an operator block, and check if key up or left press. Okay, so if the up arrow key press or the left arrow key press, we want it to switch the costume to the usual, which is the left. So switch costume to left 2. And then I want to duplicate the switch costume to the left place and drag it down. So this way, if the up arrow key press or the left arrow key press, I want the costume to continuously be left. Now I'll do it for the up and right arrow. Okay, so now when I click on the green flag, I click the up arrow key and the left arrow key. Now you can see this continues to happen. Why? Because the up arrow and the left arrow key is still being clicked. So make sure to add this. So we want only the up arrow key to be pressed. So if up arrow key pressed and not the down, left, or right key pressed. So and not the down, left, and the right arrow key press. So make sure to do this for the down arrow, left arrow, and the right arrow as well. Okay, so once we've done all of this, now we can click the green flag again. So we click the up arrow and the left arrow. Now it still happens. Why? Yes, because here we put the AND block. When we want to change it, we're supposed to put OR. So now we'll change all of them to an OR, not AND. So once you've changed them all, we want to try it again. So once I've changed them all, I'll click the up arrow and the left arrow. And you can see the player only turns left, which is a good thing, because it's right. Now, why does the right arrow also happen? Let's check. So, the right arrow here, up, down, and left, and yes, so I accidentally added another AND block here, so I'll delete this block. Take this away, place it here, and delete this AND. Okay, so once this is done, I'll try it again, and you can see now it works perfectly. Okay, so once you've done the up for both, we also want to do the down arrow for both. So if the down arrow and left arrow key press, and the down arrow and the right arrow key press, we want it to be the same. So now when I click on the green flag, we'll click the up arrow, it works, the down arrow, it works, the left arrow, it works, and the right arrow, it both works. So if I click the up and left arrow, the player will straight away point to the left. If I click the up and right, it'll straight away point to the right. If I click the down and left, it'll straight away go to the left, and then click the down and right, the player will point to the right. Okay, so this is very good. Now the last thing I want to do is this. You see, then if I click the up arrow and the down arrow, the animation figure just paused. Now I don't want that to happen, so what I'm gonna do is I'll go down here and put if the up arrow and the down arrow key press, I'll switch the costume to down. And I'll switch the costume just down too. And if the left and right arrow key press, okay, I'll switch the costume to down too as well. So now let's test it out. I'll click the up and down arrow, it'll go to down too, left and right arrow, and it'll also come to down too. So that's it for today's video, where in the next episode, I'm going to show you how to add the background. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.